Play some dance music in a bit. Give the drummer some, folks. Huh? All right, here we go. This is a talking blues. I don't know. You can dance to this too. Shut up. Well, if you want to get some oil, let me tell you what to do. You got to buy a tanker and hire a crew, and you take them to Iran, because Iran's our friend. But all good things come to an end. Oh, they had a revolution. Threw out one asshole and got another one. Outlawed music. Band Sha-Na-Na. Well, out in front of the embassy with all the cameras from the Networks 3, there's all these students shouting at me. Say, go away and let us be okay. I can take a hint. Just open the door and I'll go. Made me feel so bad and all alone. I called the Ayatollah on the telephone. He said, how the hell did you get through to me? I said, it was Yankee ingenuity. I told the operator, make it Persian to Persian. He said, what? I said, it's a joke. How many Iranians does it take to screw up the world? Let's see, enough of that. Here's one for the Chrysler Corporation. I have to get this to the Temptations somehow now. Way up in Motor City, they try to make it on their own. Ain't anybody in Detroit town give the Chrysler Corporation a loan. Why, they ain't too proud to beg, sweet Jimmy, keep those Chryslers rolling down the road. Ain't too proud to be, say Uncle Sam got to carry the load. Now their stock is falling off to nothing. Banks are calling in their notes. All they got to offer to the Democratic Party is United Auto Workers votes. That's why they ain't too proud to beg, sweet Jimmy, keep those Chryslers rolling down the road. Ain't too proud to be, say Uncle Sam got to carry the load. Now they offered everybody those rebates. I don't think anybody suspects. They got good old Joe Garagiola on the TV, and he's writing lots of rubber checks. That's why they ain't too proud to beg. No, they ain't too proud to beg. Well, one more of these newspaper things, then we'll get off all of that stuff. This is a almost ambulance chasing, for which I apologize, I guess, but this is for American Airlines Flight 191. This is almost written out of self-defense. I'll see you after a bit, okay? I gotta play this stuff. I promise you I wish I was as loaded as he is, though. So, yeah, I can't get down on him for that. Yeah, all right. Going to dance to a plane crash song. This is perfect. All right. Take it. Back in the spring of '79, all of the people were standing in a line to take a little trip to the California sun on American Airlines 191. They know everything about it. They know everything about it. They know everything about it, but why that plane fell out of the sky. The pilot got on the radio. They know everything about it. He says, O'Hare Tower, am I ready to go? They know everything about it. He said, fasten the seatbelt and put out the smokes. And they know everything about it. And don't tell that stewardess no hijack jokes. They know everything about it. They know everything about it. They know everything about it. They know everything about it, but why that plane fell out of the sky? Now they take up the wheels and they're on the run. They know everything about it. And then the engine mountain came undone. They know everything about it. The pilot must have known he was in bad shape. They know everything about it, 'cause you can hear him cussing on the cockpit tape. They know everything about it. And they sent for the fire truck ambulance too. They know everything about it. And by the time they got there was nothing to do. They know everything about it. It was smoke just as far as the eye could see. They know everything about it. With the minicam put it on the color TV. They know everything about it. They know everything about it. They know everything about it. They know everything about it, but why that plane fell out of the sky. And out in L.A. at the end of the line, they know everything about it. The people wringing their hands and moaning and crying, 'cause they know everything about it. You see them looking up into the smoggy air. They know everything about it. They try to find a plane that was not there. They know everything about it. The government had their investigation. They know everything about it. Well, they gotta have something to tell the nation. They know everything about it. And all the king's horses and the president's men, they know everything about it. But they can't put the plane back together again. They know everything about it. And you can still get a ride on a DC-10. They know everything about it. They were gone for a while, but they're back again. They know everything about it. Making one or two little technological advances, and they know everything about it. So you could pay your money and take your chances. They know everything about it. They know everything about it. They know everything about it. They know everything about it, but why that plane fell out of the sky. Had to send mules to get the water. That's out there. Someone asked for this. When I first met you, baby, you fed me on chicken and wine. It was steak and potatoes. Babe, I sure felt fine. Now you give me seaweed, these alfalfa sprouts, sunflower seeds, and I got my doubts. And baby, you left me here with the chicken cordon bleu. Oh, my stomach is empty and all I got is food for thought. I've been sitting here thinking about the 20 pounds of groceries we bought. We bought 10 pounds of brown rice, 5 more of beans, 5 pounds of granola, and you know what that means. I'm a regular fella, and I've got the chicken cordon bleu. I'm starved for affection. Don't think I can stand no more. Oh, this stuff is so strange. The cockroaches moved next door. Do you see that old dog standing out in the street? Got a big smile on his face because they let him eat meat. And I got you. And I've got the chicken cordon bleu. Songs just fade out like that one, so we'll just go to another one. This is for the Quality Courts Motor Hotel in Indianapolis, Indiana. this hotel room has got a lot of stuff. It's got a laundry bag and a shoe shine cloth, 32 hangers and a touch-tone phone with a light that goes on when I'm not home. I'm not home. I'm not home. The light goes on when I'm not home. They got an air conditioner for when I'm hot. They got a radiator for when I'm not. They got two big chairs that sit side by side with a Holy Bible and a TV guide. They got the TV guide, TV guide. Great God Almighty, it's a TV guide. A second story view that goes from curb to curb. They got a sign that says please don't disturb. A monogrammed towel and a bucket of ice. They got a chest of drawers and a mirror that lies. A mirror that lies, a mirror that lies. That can't be me in the gorilla disguise. Would you rather hear me stand up here and shout, or find out whether this poor guy gets thrown out? When I wrote this song, I thought it was pretty great, but watching this, it's hard to concentrate. Thank the man in the hat, he was trying to do his job, and that is that. Well, I guess we'll have to go on with the song. This song has gotten very long. Now this old hotel is all right with me. They pay the postage if you lose the key. The hotel room has got some stuff, but I believe I've had enough. I call my baby, said don't you pout. Pack up my bag and I'll be checking out just as soon as you hang up the telephone. Put a candle in the window, I'm coming home. And I'm coming home, I'm coming home, but I cannot let the window, I'm coming home, I'm coming home, and I'm coming home, put a candle in the window, I'm coming home. Thank you, folks. Okay, this is a song. That's very nice of you. This is a song I got from a friend named Sean Kelly. He sent me the lyrics, and I put it to music. This guy, Sean Kelly, used to be one of the editors of the National Lampoon, regular old tasteless publication, and my kind of stuff. Well, so anyhow, oh, man. Let well enough alone now, man. You got one Pasadena. You know, you're working on two. That guy's bigger than me. You know what I mean? Well, anyhow, he sent me this thing. It's after he spun his radio dial all night trying to find something to listen to. I don't know. I usually find something to listen to, but he had a lot of trouble. So here's as if 4 bands showed up on the same night, and none of them really have it, from four different areas of recent music. We do robot music, teenage protest noises, metronomic rhythms, synthesizer voices, methadone for movement, quaaludes for control. But what were you expecting? What were you expecting? What were you expecting? Rock and roll. Next. We got reggae music, got the Rastafari vibration. Greasy pigtails, got the marijuana biblical quotations. Make their politics on local weed. Make records on parole. What were you expecting? What were you expecting? expecting? What were you expecting? Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Oh. Make it go. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got streetwise lyrics. Got a Fiorucci t-shirt, got an attitude and agent, got some blue suede shoes. I'm electric, I'm eclectic, got an IBM Selectric. I'm a close approximation of an uptown imitation of a white boy simulation of a black man's blues. And I'm dealing with the devil for a special on a black man's soul. But what were you expecting? What were you expecting? What were you expecting? Rock and roll. Did you say we take you higher with our elevator music? Do you think we make you happy with our bubble-headed sound? Do you really like our plastic sanitized for your protection? Are you dizzy at the disco watching Dippy Disco Round? Is the best part of our 45 the whole? Well, what were you expecting? What were you expecting? What were you expecting? Rock and roll. Tell everybody I see just how much you mean to me. I'm your boy and I'm gonna talk about the beautiful way you walk. Make everybody sad and blue, 'cause they can't spend their lives with you. Tell the fish in the deep blue sea, all the boats in the Queen's Navy. Say it real quiet, say it out loud, say it in private, say it in a crowd, and read it to the blind and show it to the deaf, and look in the mirror and tell myself that no one has ever known a love so true. One of these days, whatever I do, I'm gonna have to find a way to tell you that you're the girl I love. Just how much you mean to me. Travel this world from pole to pole, telling them all about your beautiful soul. And to whom it may concern, all those other boys will have to wait their turn. Say it every night and every day of the year. Say it to people who don't want to hear it. Tell it to the birds way up in the trees. Tell it to the judge and the chief of police, and tell all those I told you so just where they can pin that rose. Tell that good book up on the shelf, at the risk of repeating myself, no one has ever known a love so true. One of these days, whatever I do, I'm gonna have to find a way to tell you that you're the girl I love. I learned this from a guy named Eric Franzen in New York, but he learned it off the record. Many, many years ago when I was 23, I got married to a widow who was pretty as could be. Now this widow had a grown-up daughter who had hair of red. My father fell in love with her and soon these two were wed. This made my dad my son-in-law and it changed my life. My daughter was my mother 'cause she's father's wife. To complicate the situation, though it brought me joy, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. And this little baby then became a brother-in-law to Dad. That made him my uncle, though it made me sad. 'Cause if he was my uncle, then he also was a brother to the widow's grown-up daughter, who was my stepmother. Father's wife then had a son who kept him on the run. And he became my grandchild 'cause he was my daughter's son. My wife is now my mother's mother, and that makes me blue. Because although she is my wife, she's my grandmother too. And if my wife is my grandmother, then I'm her grandchild. And every time I think of that, it almost drives me wild. 'Cause now I have become the strangest case you ever saw. As husband to my grandmother, I am my own grandpa. Well, I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. That may sound funny, I know, but it really is so. I'm my own grandpa. Loose anyway. Thank you, folks. Penny Evans, huh? Oh man, it ain't that disheveled, is it? Serves me right. We'll play him, I promise. Yeah. Well, here's this Penny Evans song this woman asked for. Gotta play this early enough in the set so that you don't feel like slitting your wrists. That's very nice of you to ask for. Oh, my name is Penny Evans and my age is 21. A young widow in the war that was fought in Vietnam. And I have 2 infant daughters and I do the best I can. Now they say the war is over, but I think it's just begun. And I remember I was 17 on the day I met young Bill. At his father's grand piano, we'd play good old Heart and Soul. And I only knew the left-hand part, and he the right so well. He's the only boy I slept with, he's the only one I will. And it's first we had a baby girl, we had 2 good years. Next the one a notice came, and we parted without tears. 9 months from our last good night, our second babe appears. And it's 10 months and this telegram confirming all our fears. And now every month I get a check from an army bureaucrat. Every month I tear it up and mail a damn thing back. Do you think that makes it all right? Do you think I'd fall for that? You can keep the bloody money and it won't bring my Billy back. I never cared for politics, speeches I don't understand. Likewise, never took no charity from any living man. But tonight there's 50,000 gone in that unhappy land, and 50,000 heart and souls being played with just one hand. And my name is Penny Evans. My age is 21. A young widow in the war that was fought in Vietnam. I have 2 infant daughters. Thank God I have no sons. Now they say the war is over, but I think it's just begun. I feel the urge to sing something ridiculous. This is a song that Shel Silverstein made up. I made a tactical error by learning it. Well, friends, you'd never guess it, so I might as well confess it. I just met the sweetest woman of my long dismal life. But a friend of mine says, buddy, in case your mind is muddy, don't you know that girl you're talking to is Pegleg Johnson's wife? That man is big and ugly and mean and grim. He'll kick your ass with his artificial limb. The next morning, bright and early, I ran off with Pegleg's girlie, and I also took his wooden leg just to play it safe. There wasn't any time for laughter, 'cause he started hopping after, and I keep on running faster, but he won't give up the chase. I'm running around the mountains with his bride, and I got his goddamn legger by my side. And I'm a 3-legged man with a 2-legged woman, being chased around the country by a 1-legged fool. He's a hopping and a flopping, and he shows no sign of stopping. And I tell you boys, this life is hard. Across those dark Chicago alleys, from the Rocky Mountain water to the hills of Caroline, up and down the Allegheny, in and out of Pennsylvania. Every time I turn around, he's just 1 foot behind, and I know he's getting tired and wet and sick. In spite of all his trouble, he can't kick, and I'm a 3-legged man with a 2-legged woman, being chased around the country by a 1-legged fool. He's a hopping and a flopping, and he shows no sign of stopping. And I tell you boys, this life is hard and cruel. He must be ragged and filthy by now. I've been feeling sort of guilty ever since that morning last week when I heard him plead and beg. He said, in spite of all your stealing, I won't bury any hard feelings. I know Margie doesn't love me, but give me back my leg. Although the leg you meant to take was wooden, in the dark there by mistake you got the good one. And I'm a 3-legged man with a 2-legged woman, being chased around the country by a 1-legged fool. He's a hopping, he's a flopping, no sign of stopping. And I tell you boys, this life, and I tell you boys, this life, and I tell you boys, this life is hard and cruel. Is he back there? We're going to get to it. Promise. Yeah. Well, we'll play one more. Maybe somebody ought to go warn that old guy that we'll play one more and then he should come. Can I borrow your hat for a minute? Just for this song? Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, this is a song that Brian and I made up in which we tried to put into one song everything that had ever been in any of the country and western songs we had ever heard. It was all I could do to keep from crying. Sometimes it seems so useless to remain. You're the one who always tried to change me, and that is why I will always stay the same. I'll hang around as long as you let me. I never minded standing in the rain. You don't have to call me darling, darling, but you never even call me by my name. I've seen my name a few times in the phone book. And on the neon sign above the bar I used to own. And there's only one thing that I'm really sure of. I'm going to hear it when my Savior calls me home. That's a lot to get into one song, but we left out, oh, prison, farms, trains, trucks, mother, Christmas, dead dogs like old Shep. And thanks to David Allan Coe, getting drunk. Getting drunk, Christmas, trucks, prison, farms, mother, dead dogs, and trains, and there's only time for this last verse. Ever since the dog got drunk and died, and Mama went to prison, there ain't nothing around this old farm that's been the same. And you know, when Mom broke out last Christmas, she'd roll a damn old getaway laundry truck right into a tray. But I'm gonna hang around as long as you let me, and I never minded standing in the rain. Well, you don't have to call me darling, darling, but you never even call me by my name. That's nice of you, folks. Nice playing for you. Well, yeah, for 39, and I see his feet now, so now we're in trouble. For 39 years, this guy was Jethro of Homer and Jethro. He's got a new Homer that he takes out with him every now and then. You can see him sometime on some hee-haw or something this spring, but I got to play with him for about a year and a half now. This is Jethro Burns, folks, on the mandolin. Yeah. Is it true what they say about Dixie? Does the sun really shine all the time? Do those sweet magnolias blossom around everybody's door? Do folks keep eating possum till they can't eat no more? And is it true what they say about Swanee? Is a dream by that stream so sublime? Do they laugh, do they sing like they say in that song? If that's true, then that's where we belong. Play it. What they say about Dixie? Does the sun really shine all the time? Do those sweet magnolias blossom around everybody's door? Do folks keep eating possum till they can't eat no more? Is it true what they say about Swanee? Is a dream by that stream so sublime? Do they laugh, do they sing like they say in that song? If that's true, then that's where we belong. If that's true, then that's where we belong. Well, we'll play it, I promise. I see. Thanks very much. Want some suds? Play Tico? Hey, well, listen, we're going to let Jethro show off for just a second here. This is an instrumental that he taught me the chords to, and hopefully I can get all the way through this tonight. This is Tico Tico, folks, right? Jethro Burns, folks. Well, before we play the Dutchman, we should play something sensitive. This is a song Jethro made up. This is sort of like Stump the Band. It's to see if I can remember. This is an old Homer and Jethro song. I tried to stay out of the way. Don't let the stars get in your eyes if you've got water on the brain. Don't light the flame, or you'll be to blame. The spark of love may take your breath. The water starts to stream. Your ears will start to steaming, and you'll percolate yourself to death. Too many fights, too many scars, too many knots upon my head.
Now,
love was in bloom, then she lowered the boom, and now I wish that I was dead. She's got me educated, my eyes are granulated, 'cause she hit me with the sugar bowl.
her teeth were like the stars above because they come out every night.
Maybe we should have forgotten it.
Her hair so fair, she laid it on the chair because I seen it laying there. I cocked an eye at her, she cocked an eye at me, and we just sat there cockeyed as could be. Don't let the stars get in. Your eyeball sockets.
He wrote it, for God's sake. I forgive him. What a guy. Well, let's see. Oh, okay. Here's the song that somebody actually asked her. This is a song that Mike Smith wrote about two old people that live in Holland. Nothing like a capo to make it. That's a secret only Margaret knows. When Amsterdam is golden in the summer, then Margaret brings him breakfast and she believes him. He thinks the tulips bloom beneath the snow. He's mad as he could be. Margaret only sees that sometimes. Sometimes she sees her unborn children in his eyes. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. Now the Dutchman still wears wooden shoes, and his cap and coat are patched with the love that Margaret sewed there. Sometimes he thinks he's still in Rotterdam, and he watches tugboats down canals and calls out to them when he thinks he knows the captain. Margaret comes to take him home again, through the unforgiving streets that trip him though she holds his arm. Sometimes he thinks he's alone and calls her name. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. Keeps away the dew. And then he sees her for a moment, and he calls her name, and she makes the bed up, singing some old love song. Margaret learned this song when it was very new. He hums a line or two. They hum together in the dark. The Dutchman falls asleep and Margaret blows the candles out. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuiderzee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuiderzee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. I'm playing, Jethro. Mike Smith wrote that song. Must be time for a shit kicker. Well, we'll play one in a minute. Now there was a boy in Arkansas who wouldn't listen to his mom when she told him that he ought to go to school. He'd sneak away in the afternoon, take a little walk, and pretty soon he'd find him at the local auction barn. He'd sit and listen carefully, and pretty soon he began to see how the auctioneer could talk so rapidly. He said, oh, my steward, I gotta learn that auction cry. I gotta make my mark and be an auctioneer. $25 bidder now, $30, 30 bid, give me 30, make it 30 bid and all, $30 bid, give me 30, and who'll bid a $30 bid? $30 bidder and a 35 bid, give me 35, I'll make it 35, bid a 35, and who will bid a $35 bid? Now time went on and he didn't rest, and everybody saw that he didn't jest. He practiced calling bids every night and day. His daddy, you find him out behind the barn, he'd be working up an awful storm. He tried to imitate the auctioneer. It said, son, we can't stand every mediocre man selling things at auction using our good name. Now send you off to the auction school, and you'd be nobody's fool, and you could take your place among the best. $35 bidder now, $40 bid, give me 40, make it 40 bidder no more, $40 bid, give me 40, and who'll bid a $40 bid? It's $40 bidder now, 45 bid, give me 45, I'll make it 45 bidder to 45, and who will bid it at a $45 bid? All right, Jethro. That went to school, there grew a man who played it cool, and he came home a full-fledged auctioneer. And the people come from miles around just to hear him make that rhythmic sound that filled their hearts with such a happy cheer. His fame spread out from shore to shore, and he had all he could do and more, and he had to buy a plane to get around. He was the best in all the land. Everybody gave that sucker a hand. He was the best hillbilly auctioneer. $45 bidder now, $50 50 bid, give me 50, make it 50 bidder no $50 bid, give me 50, and who'll bid a $50 bid? It's $50 bidder now, 55 bid, give me 55, we'll make it 55 bidder to 55, sold that hog for 50, sold that hog for 50, sold that hog for $50 bid. Yeah, absolutely. This song is dedicated to the author, the late Carl Martin. This old guy was born in Stone Gap, Virginia in 1906 on April Fool's Day. Perfect birthday for this gentleman. And he composer of several of my favorite off-the-wall songs. We almost ought to do a medley of his stuff. Right, just 2 or 3. All right. This is where this guy was at. It's Carl Martin. Gone this year, but his stuff is still here. All right. This is his best tune. My gal has got an ice cream freezer, and she lets me put my milk in her can. My gal has got an ice cream freezer, and she lets me put my milk in her can. Now that freezer ain't supposed to be churned by no other man. Some people crave vanilla and strawberry, but I swear black walnut is all I love. Some people crave vanilla and strawberry, but I swear black walnut is all I love. When I put my dasher into her freezer, fits just like a rubber glove. Slow and easy, and Daddy just hold back and stick around. Turn her can so slow and easy. She said, Daddy just hold back and stick around. I said, baby, it looks like you done waited too late. I'm about to let that flavor come on down. Said, use my ice cream freezer. Now, Daddy, it looks like you're ready to leave. Said, you don't use my ice cream freezer. Said, Daddy, it looks like you're ready to leave. But you're always welcome to use my freezer. Just any time you got more cream to freeze. Do one more of the songs. This is the one they asked for. All the vegetables dance in this song. Late one night by the pale moonlight, the vegetables give a spree. Put out a sign, dancing tonight. All the admissions are free. Peas and greens, cabbage and beans, biggest crowd you ever did see. When Mr. Cucumber struck up that number, you should have heard the vegetables scream. Oh, the little turnip top done the backwards flop. Cabbage shook the shimmy, could not stop. The little red beet shook its feet. The watermelon died with the cockeyed heat. The little tomato agitator shook the shimmy with the sweet potato. Old man garlic dropped dead of the colic down at the barnyard dance this morning. Down at the barnyard dance. Watermelon bun with a cockle, hit a little tomato. Oh, that agitator shook the shimmy with a sweet potato. And old man Garlic dropped dead of the colic down at the barnyard dance this morning. It was early one morning, down at the barnyard dance. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning rain. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. Out on a southbound Odyssey, the train pulls out of Kankakee and it rolls past houses, farms, and fields. Passing towns that have no name and freight yards full of old black men in the graveyards of the rusted automobile. Saying, good morning, America, how are you? Don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone 500 miles when day is done. I was dealing cards with the old men in the club car. It's penny a point, ain't nobody keeping score. Just pass that paper bag that holds a bottle. You can feel the wheels crumbling beneath the floor. Sons of Pullman porters and the sons of engineers ride their daddy's magic carpet made of steam. Mothers with the babes asleep go rocking to the gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rails is all they dream. Just a saying, good morning, America, how are you? Hey, don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be going 500 miles when day is done. City of New Orleans. We're changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee, and it's halfway home and we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi darkness, roll into the sea. All the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream, and the steel rail still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings that song again. It's passengers, oh please refrain. This train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Saying good night, America, how are you? Hey, don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be going 500 miles when day is done. Just saying good night, America, how are you? Say, don't you know me, I'm your native son. I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. And I'll be gone a long, long time when day is done. appreciate it. I'd like to thank Arlo Guthrie for recording that song. Well, where's the water? Be right back. I actually know what I'm going to do. Yeah, we forgot that. I will run those two together. If your life was on videotape, wouldn't everything be alright? If your head hurts the morning after, you could roll it back to late last night. You could replay all the good parts and cut out what you don't like. Wouldn't you be in good shape if your life was on videotape? If we all had ESP, everything would be okay. We could see trouble coming, we could step out of the way. When the Grim Reaper comes to call, we could arrange to be out of town. That would be the great escape, and you could put it on videotape. I don't have a tape recorder, and I don't have a crystal ball. When I'm not with my baby, I don't have very much at all. I can't predict the future, and I sure can't change the past, but I know it will all make sense if she loves me in the present tense. If your life was on videotape, wouldn't everything be alright? When your head hurts the morning after, you could roll it back to late last night. Replay all the good parts and cut out what you don't like. Wouldn't you be in good shape if your life was on videotape? Well, this next song was made up at the Port Authority bus terminal in New York, or the pizza stand about 2 blocks from it at 42nd and 8th Avenue. It's for all the different sorts of Homo sapiens that were there that day. Down on 42nd Street, where the elite all retreat to greet. You could see them coming from everywhere. Every kind of man and woman you will find there. There are men who love women who love men, and there are women who love women every now and then. There are men who love men because they can't pretend. They are men who love women who love men. Those who make love for pay, those who make love anyway, and over in the bar with their bottle of scotch. There are those who would rather just watch all the men who love women who love men, and the women who love women every now and then. There are men who love men because they can't pretend. They are men who love women who love men. Those who make love to machines that don't talk back and are easy to clean. And there are those who will tell you out loud that they can only make love in a crowd of men who love women who love men. And the women who love love women every now and then. There are men who love men because they can't pretend. They are men who love women who love men. And in the pursuit of true love's joy, boys will be girls and girls will be boys. Sometimes it's hard to know what to do when you don't know who you're talking to. 'Cause there are men who love women who love men, who love women who love men, who love women who love women, who love women every now and then. There are men who love men because they can't pretend. They are men who love women, who love men, 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 who love women, who love men. Good playing. Made it up. Yeah, Spoon River it is, folks. Can't play too many Mike Smith songs tonight. Thanks very much for your patience here while we put this capo on. You notice it's real slick. All of the riverboat gamblers are losing their shirts. All of the brave Union soldier boys sleep in the dirt. But you know and I know there never was reason to hurt. When all of our lives were entwined to begin with here in Spoon River. All of the calico dresses, the gingham and the lace, are up in the attic with grandfather's Derringer case. There's words whispered down in this hallway, a shadowy face. The morning is heavy with one more beginning here in Spoon River. Come to the dance, Mary Perkins, I like you right well. The Union's preserved, and if you listen, then you'll hear all the bells. There must be a heaven, the Lord knows I've seen mostly hell. My rig is outside, coming right through the morning here in Spoon River. All of the river, both gamblers are losing their shirts. All of the brave Union soldier boys sleep in the dirt. You know and I know there never was reason to hurt. When all of our lives were entwined to begin with, here in Spoon River. Mike Smith wrote that, folks. Must be my delicate bird-like technique that keeps these strings in such a... We officially enjoyed playing for you tonight. Here's an old Bobby Day song, okay? A little folk song by Bobby Day. And thanks again, okay? And thanks to Bill for filling in, all right? Yeah, he rocks in the treetops all day long, rocking and bopping and singing this song. All little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' Robin, tweet, tweedle-dee, rockin' Robin, tweet, tweedle-dee, we'll go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in a tall oak tree. Fly so loud, big bad crow, love to hear the robin say, go back, go rockin' Robin, rock, rockin' Robin. Yeah, go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Well, a pretty little raven by the bird bandstand taught the robin how to bop, and it was grand. Started going steady and bless my soul. Yeah, I popped the buzzard and the Oreo. The rocks in the treetops all day long, rockin' and bopping and singing this song. All little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, 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 rockin' Robin, rockin' Robin. Yeah, go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. All right, Jeff, don't tear 'em up now. Well, a pretty little raven by the bird bandstand, oh, the robin out of bobbing, it was grand. Started going steady, bless my soul. I popped the buzzard and the Oreo. The rocks in the treetops all the day long, rockin' and a bopping and a singing this song. All little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Well, you know the finish would be a neat trick, but I have to pick up the old guitar pick. Rockin' Robin, tweetin', tweedly, tweet, rockin' Robin, tweetin', tweetin'. Yeah, rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Yeah, go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Yeah, go rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Thank you, folks. Jethro Burns, folks. It's a sin to tell a lie. Now millions of hearts are broken just because those words were spoken. I love you, yes I do, I love you. If you break my heart, I'll cry, so be sure it's true. When you say I love you, it's a sin to tell a lie. I love you, and if you break my heart, I'll cry. So be sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin to tell a lie. It's a sin to tell a lie. Thank you, folks. Thank you, folks. Nice to be here. Pleasure to play with Jim Post. I was down in the orchard with the apples and plums. Got two good hands and one rule of thumb. If you're going to East St. Louis, don't you drink too much. Cut down that consumption, you shaky-legged such and such. That Mississippi River is deep and wide. There's my gal on the other side. I'm in Davenport. She's in East Moline. With the Rock Island line, the Mississippi in between. This is a 2 and 4 world, and you clap on 1 and 3. Come on, baby, don't Canal Street me. You're going to East St. Louis. Then don't you drink too much. Cut down that consumption, you shaky-legged such and such. Thank you, folks. Well, play some recent songs, I guess. Or more recent, anyway. This is a song about a fellow who plays piano in a singles bar. Plays there all weekend, plays requests. Nice job if you can get it, I guess. Can't tune, though. Here it is Friday, drowning my troubles, knocking down the doubles 'cause it's happy hour. Over in the corner, old piano. Bobby knows how great those old songs are. He will play your request, or a drink or a dollar. Bop and boogie woogie, and they all sound nice. But it doesn't matter how you holler, Bobby never plays the same thing twice. Oh, Bobby, don't stop, 'cause we're just getting started on something so hot and feels so right. Give all that you got for the broken-hearted lovers and losers who are crying tonight. Saturday night and Bobby's still cooking. Play that piano like there's no tomorrow. The crowd is shouting, everyone up and looking for some song they need to ease their sorrow. Bobby, don't stop, 'cause we just getting started on something so hot, feels so right. Give all that you got for the broken-hearted lovers and losers who are crying tonight. All of a sudden, it's Sunday morning. Last call, but you can't say it when now. Bobby's playing one more song. Got to tide us over till the next weekend. Well, Bobby, don't stop, 'cause we just getting started. Something so hot and feels so right. Give it all that you got for the broken-hearted lovers and losers who are crying tonight. Oh, Bobby, don't stop, 'cause we're just getting started on something so hot and feels so right. Give all that you got for the broken-hearted lovers and losers who are crying tonight. Thank you, folks. Let's see. Okay, here's a song about a 14-year-old girl. I wrote this with Mike Smith. Anytime you write songs about 14-year-old girls, you get whatever you deserve, but we'll sing it anyway here. She was 14 years old, and he was 5 years older, old enough to know about danger underneath the moon. Danger, will they find it? Orphans of the open road. Chips on their shoulders, just a little colder than danger underneath the moon. Danger. And he asked her, baby, are you looking for love? Are you looking for danger? Sitting on a keg of dynamite every night. She knew that they couldn't last. I'd be on the edge of, fingers on the ledge of a danger underneath the moon. Danger, will they find it? At night they ride the open road. Phantoms of disaster, just a little faster than danger underneath the moon. Danger, and he asked her, baby, are you living for love? Are you dying for danger? Sitting on a keg of dynamite every night. Baby, are you looking for love? Are you looking for danger? Sitting on a keg of dynamite every night. Well, the one rule I have is that fade-outs are okay for records, but they stink live, so I'll just go on to the next song. Next one I wrote after I moved out west, and my friends told me I would have to learn how to talk backwards if I wanted to order any food in restaurants or get my laundry done. Said it was different there. And I didn't know what they meant, but I wrote it down and it rhymed. So I got the song. It's the excuse for most of these songs.
Hey everybody, wherever you are, they got a new way of talking. It's gonna go far. You take the letters and the words, turn them all around, say the last one first, and check out the sound. Talk backwards. I know what you're thinking. It sure sounds strange. You talk forward so long that it's hard to change, but it's just like metric once you get the drift. Twist your tongue and give your palate a lift. You take your favorite phrase, read it in the mirror, practice that about a half a year, and then Sdrawkcab can eat Klat me imp to cool. Well, you're a regular talking bass backwards fool. Talk backwards. The other night when I was walking down the street, I saw a girl I thought I would like to meet. I said, "Excuse me, miss. Rezat tet tet diggy roy srat z milli rock. E roy tas too long you bet." And she said, "What?" And I said, "Am I getting through to you yet?" And she said, "You're a gent in the first degree, and I love it when you talk backwards to me. Talk backwards." Talking backwards, the new sensation that's going around town and sweeping the nation. You amaze your friends when you start to rap. Don't say pass the butter, say red a bet sap. Red a bet sap, red a bet sap. And if you're out with some girl and she's a little shy, don't say I love you, say you oi evil eye. You oi evil eye, and I always will. See if it doesn't take off the chill. Talk back. Never can tell. One of these nights, those who talk backwards will demand their rights. They'll rise up angry and get a solution in the form of an amendment to the Constitution that guarantees them all freedom of reverse elocution, and then every TV show that airs will have to be captioned for the forward impaired. Talk backwards. Talk backwards. Here we go. Thank you, bar goers. Thank you very much. Here's a song I wrote with John Prine for a calendar I got from my auto insurance company. Be right there. I wonder what was in that one. So I can shake off my Godfather's pizza dinner, too. Way back in 1899, when everybody sang Old Lang Syne, 100 years was a long, long time for every boy and girl. Now there's only one thing I would like to know. Where did the 20th century go? Well, I swear it was here just a minute ago. All over this world, and now the 20th century is almost over. Almost over, almost over. The 20th century is almost over. All over this world. Does anyone remember the Great Depression? I read all about it in True Confessions, and I was late for a recording session 'cause somebody put me on hold. Anybody seen my linoleum floors? Petroleum jelly and 2 world wars. Well, they all got caught in revolving doors, and it's all over this world. And now the 20th century is almost over. Almost over, almost over. The 20th century is almost over. All over this world. Every winter gets colder, summer gets hotter. Wishing well is wishing for another drop of water. Mother Earth is blushing 'cause somebody caught her making love to the man in the moon. How you gonna keep 'em down on the farm now that outer space has lost its charm? Somebody set off the burglar alarm, and it's not a moment too soon, because the 20th century is almost over. Almost over, almost over. The 20th century is almost over. All over this world. Oh, Father Time has got his toes a-tapping, standing in the window, grumbling and a-rapping. Everybody's waiting for something to happen. Tell me if it happens to you. The judgment day is getting nearer. There it is in the rear view mirror. If you duck down, I can see a little clearer. And it's all over this world. Now the 20th century is almost over, almost over, almost over. The 20th century is almost over, all over this world. If your life was on videotape, then everything would be alright. When your head hurts the morning after, you could roll it back to late last night and replay all the good parts. Cut out what you don't like. Wouldn't you be in good shape if your life was on videotape? If we all had ESP, everything'd be okay. We could see trouble coming, we could step out of the way. When that Grim Reaper comes to call, we could arrange to be out of town. This would be the great escape, and you could put it on videotape. I don't have a tape recorder, I don't have a crystal ball. When I'm not home with my baby, I don't have very much at all. I can't predict the future, and I sure can't change the past, but I know it will all make sense if she loves me in the present tense. If your life was on videotape, everything'd be alright. When your head hurts the morning after, then you could roll it back to late last night. Replay all the good parts, cut out what you don't like. Wouldn't you be in good shape if your life was on videotape? Well, something else in C, huh? Okay, this is a Jimmy Buffett song. Looking back on my hard luck days, I really do have to laugh. Working in a dive for $26, spending it all on grass. Well, we were hungry, hard luck heroes, trying to stay alive. We always go down to the corner grocery, and this is how we'd survive. Now who's gonna steal the peanut butter? I'll get the can of sardines. Running up and down the aisle of the mini-mart, sticking food in our jeans. We never took more than we could eat. There's plenty left on the rack. And we always swore if we ever got rich, we would pay the mini-mart back. Yes, sir, we would pay the mini-mart back. It was a two-man operation. We had it all down to the nose. Eddie'd watch that big round mirror, and I'd fill up my coat. And then we'd head for the checkout line, with a lemon and a bottle of beer. Eddie, hurry up, we gotta get on home. Supper time's almost in. Now who's gonna steal the peanut butter? I get the can of sardines. Running up and down the aisle of the mini-mart, sticking food in our jeans. We never took more than we could eat. There's plenty left on the rack. And we always swore if we ever got rich, we would pay the mini-mart back. Yes, sir, we would pay the mini-mart back. I guess everyone's had some hard times. I know I've had my... Thanks! Could I borrow your hat way back there? I'll give it back. Thanks very much. Careful now, you'll go right into the pit if you do that too. You can fall into the abyss like that, Jethro. I'll send an SOS to the wind. That's you have to start it like that. I love that record. Oh well. Let's see. This song I made up with Prine, and David Allen co-recorded it. That's how we found out it was a decent song. We tried to put into one song everything that had ever been in any of the country and western songs we had ever heard. Anytime you drink this stuff that they make out of the same stuff they make peyote out of, anything is possible. But we were really loaded the night we wrote this song, and I'd give a lot of money to somebody to invent a better B string. Well, anyhow, they really cared a lot about that, right? Okay. Forgive me. Here's the damn song. It was all I could do to keep from crying. Sometimes it seems so useless to remain. You're the one who always tried to change me, and that is why I will always stay the same. But I'll hang around as long as you let me. I ain't ever minded standing in the rain. You don't have to call me darling, but you never even call me by my name. I've seen my name a few times in the phone book. And on the neon sign above the bar I used to own. There's only one thing that I'm sure of. What's that? I'm going to hear it when my Savior calls me home. That was great, Steve. That's a lot to get into one song. We left out all the good stuff. We left out farms, prison, mother, trucks, Trains, Christmas, Getting Drunk, and Dead Dogs like Old Shep. Now, with all due respect, you can't have a good country and western song without Dead Dogs like Old Shep, Christmas, Getting Drunk, Mother Farms, Prison, Trains and Trucks, and, well, it's only this last verse here. Ever since the dog got drunk and died, and Mama went to prison, I swear nothing round this farm has been the same. And you know, when Mom broke out last Christmas, she drove the getaway laundry truck right into a train. But I'm gonna hang around as long as you will let me. And I never minded standing in the rain. You don't have to call me darling, but you never even call me by my name. Well, he rocks in the treetops all day long, rocking and a bopping and a singing this song. All little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, Rockin' Robin. Yeah, go Rockin' Robin, go, they're really gonna rock tonight. Every little swallow, every chickadee, every little bird in the tall oak tree. Wise old owl, big bad crow, love to hear the robin sing. Go man, go Rockin' Robin, Rockin' Robin. Yeah, go Rockin' Robin, go, they're really gonna rock tonight. Hey, pretty little raven by the bird bandstand, loved the robin, not a boppin', it was grand. Starting on steady and bless my soul, I popped the buzzard and the Obie box in the treetop for dead long, rockin' and a boppin' and a singing this song. All little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, Rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin, 'cause they're really gonna rock tonight. All right, Jethro. Yeah, pretty little raven by the bird bandstand, loved the robin, how to boppin', it was grand. Started going steady and bless my soul, I popped the buzzard and the Obie box in the treetops all day long, rockin' and a boppin' and a singing this song. All little birds on Jaybird Street love to hear the robin go tweet, tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin, Rockin' Robin. Yeah, go Rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Yeah, go Rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. We'll go Rockin' Robin, 'cause we're really gonna rock tonight. Yeah. Thank you, folks. Oh, pleasure. Hey, folks, thanks very much. Well, let's see. We'll play a. We'll play. Can we play a couple? Is there time? All right. No, go. All right. Hard to believe, but you know, when you take this particular gig, they write exactly how long you're supposed to play on the contract. So, no, don't go like that. I'm sorry I brought it up. That's not your problem. Not your problem. My fault. No. Oh, yeah, no, it's fine with me. Hey. What the hell? Yeah. Somebody else for the Spoon River thing, so we'll play it. Crispy. All of the riverboat gamblers are losing their shirts. And all of the brave Union soldier boys sleep in the dirt. But you know and I know there never was reason to hurt. When all of our lives were entwined to begin with here in Spoon River. All of the calico dresses, the gingham and the lace, up in the attic with grandfather's Derringer case. His words whispered down in this hallway, shadowy days. The morning is heavy with one more beginning here in Spoon River. Come to the dance, Mary Perkins, I like you right well. Union's preserved, if you listen, and you'll hear all the bells. There must be a heaven, Lord knows I've seen mostly hell. My rig is outside, coming right through the morning here in Spoon River. All of the riverboat gamblers are losing their shirts. All of the brave Union soldier boys sleep in the dirt. But you know, and I know there never was reason to hurt. When all of our lives were entwined to begin with here in Spoon River. Now there was a boy in Arkansas that wouldn't listen to his mom when she told him that he ought to go to school. He'd sneak away in the afternoon and he'd take a little walk, and pretty soon he'd find him at the local auction barn. He'd sit and listen carefully, and pretty soon he began to see how the auctioneer could talk so rapidly. He said, oh my steward, I gotta learn that auction cry, I gotta make my mark and be an auctioneer. $25 bidder now, $30 30 bidder, give me 30, make it 30 bidder tomorrow, $30 bidder, give me 30, and who bidder, $30 bid. Give the $30 bidder, now 35 bidder, give me 35, I'll make it 35 bidder, 35, and who will it bidder, $35 bid. Now time went on that he didn't rest, and everybody saw that he didn't jest. He practiced calling bids every night and day. And that you find him out behind the barn, he'd be working up an awful storm. He tried to imitate the auctioneer. Then Dad said, son, we can't stand to have a mediocre man selling things at auction using our good name. I'll send you off to the auction school, and then you'd be nobody's fool, and you could take your place among the best. $30 bidder now, $40 bidder, give me 40, make it 40, then revolve, $40 bidder, give me 40, and who's the bidder, $40 bidder? He's a $40 bidder now, 45 bidder, give me 45, we'll make it 45 bidder to 45, and who bidder, bidder, at a $45 bid. All right. From that boy that went to school, there grew a man who played it cool, and he came home a full-fledged auctioneer. And when the people come from miles around, they hear him make that rhythmic sound, fill their hearts with such a happy cheer. And his fame spread out from shore to shore, and he had all he could do and more. Had to buy a plane to get around. Well, he was the best in all the land, and everybody gave that sucker a hand, 'cause he was the best hillbilly auctioneer. $45 bidder now, $50, 50 bidder, give me 50, make it 50 bidder involved, $50 bidder, give me 50, and who the bidder, $50 bid? It's a $50 bidder now, 55 bidder, give me 55, we'll make it 55 bidder to 55. I sold that hog for 50, and I sold that hog for 50, sold that hog for a $50 bid. Thank you, folks. Thanks again. You got me up, you got me down, you got me up, down, down, up, any way you want me, said mama. Yeah, yeah. Where'd Jethro go? You got me doing what you wanna, baby, what you want me up. Got me in, got me out, you got me out, you got me in, out, out, in, any way you want me, said Lord. Yeah, 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 yeah. Got me doing what you wanna, baby, what you want me, love. cafe just the other side of the border. She was sitting there giving me looks that made my mouth water. So I started walking her way. Was it you who did the push and put the stains upon the cushion? Footprints on the dashboard upside down.
Upside down, yeah.
Was it you sly old pecker, got into my gal Rebecca? Guess that you will have to leave this town.
It's her fault.
It was I who did the push and put the stains upon the cushion. Footprints on the dashboard upside down. But ever since I bawled your daughter, I've had trouble passing water. Guess we'll call it even all around. So I started walking her way. She belongs to Madman Jose. And I knew, yes I knew I should be. But then I heard her say, come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man. So big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone, and the night is so long. We started to dance, the music felt so inviting. Pick a good one, huh, Steve? And I couldn't resist just one little kiss, so exciting. Then I heard the guitar player say, Vámonos, Jose's on his way. And I knew, yes I knew I should. But then I heard her say,
What'd she say?
Come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man. So big and so like strong. Bull. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone, and this song is so long. Okay,
Okay, Mr. Dillon.
La 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 la.
I know this lyric.
La 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 la. Oh, la 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 la. Whee whee whee. La 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 la. Now come a little bit closer, you're my kind of man. So big and so strong. Come a little bit closer, I'm all alone. And the night is so long. And the night is so long. And the night is so long.